purple MarcoRock, Joe Capriata, go.
It's Purple Rock. It's our classic reef saver, now in color. So this was a response to the market really wanting that instant gratification. As we all know, the white rock is great, but it goes through an ugly phase. It's going to turn brown, it's going to turn green. You're not going to like it for a couple months, and then it's going to be great. Well, this is going to give you that while not compromising the porosity. So it's an organic colorant, it's a dye, and it preserves, unlike paint, it's not coating the surface.
I was noticing it looks just like the white rock, but it's purple in terms of the pores in the surface area.
And it took us a while to get the formula right.
MarcoRock has this shape and size, and we have a shelf product.
Yeah, the shelf is this.
Okay.
This is our premium shelf, which looks really good when you kind of stack it like that terrace look. And then there's hybrid, which geologically is kind of a cross between shelf and reef saver. So where we get this rock, there's striations in it. It's not quite shelf and it's not quite reef saver, so we came up with the name hybrid. So you can see those layers in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Now this stuff came in a little rough. We UPS'd it here and they put other stuff in the box, took out some of the packing material. They actually put a bunch of shirts and hats, so it came in a little bit rough. But we're working on a touch-up kit that we'll probably put in every box. You'll be the first one to hear it here, so somebody can touch it up. But ironically, when this is in an aquarium, a little bit of white actually looks good. It adds some contrast. It's not so stark here, and it actually looks good. And that's what people are telling us, and I agree. So not the end of the world if it is a little bit chipped, and you can see the calcium carbonate underneath. It's not man-made, it's a natural rock.
And you guys have this size Marco Reef Saver. You got big size, same with shelf. We can get the purple in any size we want?
Yes, we've sent some to public aquariums already, like the Shed Aquarium. They got a whole bunch of pallets. Some of those pieces were 200 pounds each.
200 pounds each?
We call them giant, like the size of this table. And we've sold reef saver that's 300-400 pounds of rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we can cement it together, all that?
Same everything. You got to get some friends to help you lift it, but the process is the same.
Okay, so we get the great coralline algae look from day one.
Yep.
We don't have to go through the aging process.
Right.
Some old school guys are like, you got to do it as a rite of passage.
Well, you still have to, but it can look a little bit better now.
Right.
You know, it's an inert rock. It's not live rock. We still recommend that you inoculate the system with cultures from an established system, be it sand, rock, something from an established tank.
Big LPS coral from Unique Corals.
That too, that'll help.
Yeah.
Or some live rock.
Or some live rock
too.
Yeah,
there you go. Yep.
Okay.
But man, it's some awesome shapes.
So we have our tank set up. We've got the rock in there, maybe sand.
Yep.
But then we got to work on flow, which this is some kind of power head.
Everyone that's coming over to like, what is that? How do I use it?
How do I use it?
Yeah. So this is the new Hydro Tube, and this is an inline pump. And it's a very efficient design because water doesn't have to abruptly change and go 90 degrees up like a typical pump. So the water can go this way, but it can also go this way. So your controller determines where the water's going to go and which direction at what speed and for how long.
Okay.
So imagine two bulkheads in the bottom of your tank hidden behind rocks. You got a cap on it like this so your fish don't get sucked up. You're pulling water out from this side, shooting it over here.
Yeah.
And then 5 hours later or 4 hours later, it sucks in over here and it shoots out over there. And you know, with a conventional pump, your water is shooting out here, but a lot of that is coming right back around to go in.
Right.
So are you really getting the water to move from that side of the tank to here? With this, you're physically sucking over here and it's coming out over there. So it's
then you swap.
You're really moving, yes.
So it's a closed loop pump.
That's all it is. Closed loop pump.
Huh.
And that's the smallest one. We've got them.
It's a bigger one.
Big, yeah. And this,
you said the controllers just plug into any controller?
No, so this plugs into this controller here.
Ah, okay.
Yep. There's another button. It's in the box down there. And it's got control features. We actually give you a piece of paper to tell you how to control it. And like I said, you can control how fast, how long, and the ramp up time.
Okay.
Yep.
Closed loops, there's an input and then there's an outlet, and that's always how it's been.
Right.
And it's always an in or always an out. This lets you change that.
And it keeps the in and out clean by reversing any gunk that's going to form up there. Certainly biofouling, you know, crustaceans or anything that's going to grow on there, it's not going to take care of that.
Right.
But any other thing that might clog it up, algae, food, anything, a dead fish, it's going to blast it off. And a little bit of sand can go through this. It's okay.
Really?
Yep. As long as it's not like a ton, if a goby kicks up some sand, it's fine. It just passes right through.
Passes right through.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
You got it. But you
Awesome.
can't have this one. I need this.